Hey everyone, it's Preston.
And Liz.
Oh god. We're in a situation where we literally have to beat the Jets and the season's basically over. Of course. All because they blew that game to the Bears. It's just, oh my god. Injury report, they ruled out David Andrews after that ridiculous hit that he got. And just, dirty hit. Caused a concussion, it's a blindside block. Just, Jesus Christ, don't do things like that on the field.
And it was like the end of the game too. It's like, come on.
It's unnecessary.
It was like the end of the game. You were blowing us out anyway.
I know, it's unnecessary because you're pissed off about. Actually, I don't even know why you did it.
I don't either. They were winning.
They were winning, and they just picked off Zappy. So yeah. I don't understand.
I don't.
Unnecessary. It's unnecessary. The guy got ejected for a reason.
Yeah, you concussed the player.
I mean, blindside blocks have been eliminated. Have been tried to be eliminated for a reason. They're incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, and that proved it.
Incredibly dangerous. I mean, you could literally kill somebody.
Oh yeah.
Because they can't brace.
Nope.
Dumb. Whatever. So Andrews is out. Whatever. Luckily, Ferenz is a quality backup, so it's not a big deal. Christian Barmore's still out. That's a massive problem. Still his knee. He's not even participating in practice. So they ruled out Duggar, of course, because the guy can never stay healthy.
Him and Phillips just can't stay healthy this year.
It's a problem at this point, despite the fact that Duggar's, I don't know, top 10, top 15 safety in the league.
They just can't stay healthy.
Just can't stay healthy. Aguilar's still with his hamstring. Not that he's useful at all, so who cares? I prefer he doesn't play, frankly. I'm serious. He makes the team worse. Too many turnovers. Just too many turnovers. I mean, at a certain point, a guy hurts the team playing. And I put him and I put Wynn in that category. Jennings has got his calf. Who knows if he'll play. Jones with his ankle. Whatever. I think he played last week, so I'll probably play this week. Phillips with his shoulder. He seemed to be less hurt than Duggar, so
we'll see.
We'll see. Uche with his hamstring. Uche's important, guys, because he's the guy that does a lot of the QB spy on their defense. So if he don't play, I don't know what they're gonna do because they got to put a spy on Wilson.
That's just they have to.
The whole game plan for the Jets is gonna be what Justin Fields did.
Right.
Isaiah Wynn with his shoulder. I can't believe they didn't trade him yet.
When's the trade deadline?
This week. I cannot believe they haven't traded him or cut him or something.
Please.
The guy is
demote him. Something. Put him on the practice squad.
Well, I mean, it looks like Cannon took his job anyway, but the guy is, I'm sorry, useless. I mean, he's actually a net negative. Like,
I don't know who's the worst first round pick, him or Harry.
Well, I mean, Isaiah Wynn is basically as bad as Flowers was on the Giants, where he would just let guys go by him, and to the point where you were like, are you even trying?
Right. I don't know how the Giants held on to him for as long as they did.
I don't know. That guy is terrible. They took off Bourne and Owenwu. I mean, Bourne sucks anyway this year, so whatever. Owenwu off the list is good, though. He's still an amazing, amazing guard.
There may be some background noise. Our cat is currently playing on the cat tree in the corner.
Corey Davis is rolled out for the Jets. I mean, that sucks for them, but let's be honest. It's not like their receiving core has really been that great for them. And a lot of that is probably on Wilson, but Corey Davis is a good player, but the Jets' forte is running the ball. Dwayne Brown, questionable with his shoulder, although he's a full participant, so he'll probably play. And Jermaine Johnson, full participant, probably play. So, and obviously the big news is Breece Hall went down. That's a massive problem for the Jets. They brought in James Robinson from the Jaguars to replace him. You're not going to replace Breece Hall.
He's a star rookie that they got this year.
Guy's incredibly good this year. So that's a massive, massive problem for the Jets. And I don't know how you replace that. So that might save New England in this game. But
sorry, Cat, you're so stupid.
I mean, obviously, what's the game plan? Is take away the run, keep Wilson in the pocket, make him throw tight throw windows. Are they going to do that? Probably not.
Because they're stupid.
Well, they can't execute it. I mean, I don't know. How do you let Justin Fields run around and look like he's prime Aaron Rodgers? It makes no sense. I mean, Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. You know, there's really no excuse. Zach Wilson, Yeah, the Jets are 5-2. They're 5-2 not because of Zach Wilson, but in spite of Zach Wilson.
Isn't their defense really good this year?
The defense is pretty solid, yes. But the run game is good, but the line is good. But Zach Wilson himself has been meh at best.
I think the Jets' defense is what's keeping them alive right now.
The defense in the run game. I mean, they've won. I mean, credit to the coaching staff. They won 5 games.
I mean, that's the most games the Jets have won in, what, 20 years?
One of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
But that's probably the most games they've won in how long?
I mean, the Giants have taken Jones and turned him into a good quarterback, which is amazing.
It all comes down to coaching a lot of the times.
But Zach Wilson's still struggling mightily in New York. It's just they're winning in spite of it, which
it's good.
Is good for them. I mean, you definitely want your quarterback to play better, though.
The Patriots really need to win this game, though, to have any chance.
Yeah, they have to win this
game
because you look at their schedule, and there is a path to 10 wins, but
it ain't easy.
No room for error now. None. So, because you're probably not going to beat Buffalo.
No.
That basically means you got to beat Miami down the stretch. You got to sweep the Jets. You're going to have to beat. There's a couple of. I have to look at their schedule.
Like the Colts and Arizona.
The Colts you have to beat.
The Raiders,
the Cardinals you have to beat. The
weird
Raiders you
teams.
have to beat. You could probably beat the Vikings in theory because
that's the primetime game on Thanksgiving.
They've had success against Minnesota, even when Minnesota's been good.
And Kirk Cousins don't know how to win a game in primetime, so we'll see.
Theoretically winnable, but the Vikings are really good, so I don't know. No, losing that game to the Packers, who are not good, is bad. They should have beat the Packers. Baltimore did everything they could to give you that game away, and you didn't take it.
Right.
And then the Bears, there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
There's not.
There is no excuse for losing to the Bears.
Nope.
And
it's pretty pitiful if you ask me.
It's embarrassing. And they should be embarrassed. I mean, Bill treated the game like a preseason game.
Now,
and the players acted like it.
Now, the other thing we don't need to be doing in this game is switching quarterbacks after the first 2 drives of the game.
Ridiculous. Okay, I'm in the quarterback situation. Going back and looking at that game, why are they running a completely different offense when Mac Jones is in the game compared to Zappy?
Now, they say they don't do that, but it's very obvious that they do.
Look at how many times Mac Jones throws out a shotgun compared to Zappy.
It's completely different.
Zappy has a lot of under center, a lot of play actions, a lot of max protections, all of a sudden, and a lot of bunch formation receiver sets. Man beaters, those kinds of things. Designed to create confusion, make easy throws for the quarterback. With Mac, they do spread 3 wide usually, 3 receivers,
right,
and a tight end. And sometimes they don't even have a check down for him. It's crazy. They got all sorts of. They got no extra protection in at times. They
do all those goofy toss plays and stuff.
I know. Why are you running a different offense? Stop running a different offense. They make him throw down the field constantly. They want him to force the ball to Parker all the time. Why? If it's not there, why are you having him do that? I don't understand. So,
they're doing that with both of them, though.
And then but the difference is when Zappy does it, it's because it's actually there to take. They're clearly telling Mac to force it downfield.
Yeah,
you can tell. Because he's doing things he didn't do last year.
That's true.
Now, some of the picks have been really bad throws, but some of them have been like the one to Parker in the left of the end zone. Parker's running the wrong route.
Right.
What are you doing, dude?
Like the one in the Bears game is interesting because
it might have hit.
ESPN says that the ball did not hit the Skycam wire. People zoomed in on it, and you can tell the ball was kind of wobbly a little bit when that interception happened, so it's debatable. Technically, if that happens in the rule book, the ball is supposed to be blown dead and they replay the down or something.
Yeah,
you can't challenge that either. I read that, by the way. You can't challenge that, which is bullshit, by the way.
I mean, whatever. It looks like it hit the camera wire, but who cares? It's still a bad throw. I mean, the guy's not open. They don't use their tight ends effectively. They just so many things on offense that they just don't do with Mac that they do with Zappy.
Right.
And it just doesn't make any sense. Look, quarterbacks succeed when you nurture them as a young player. You have to give them easy throws. You have to design plays that lead to success.
Right. And that's what anything though.
I mean, Kansas City did that with Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Baltimore did that with Lamar Jackson. Conversely, they're good quarterbacks now.
You could say the same thing probably with the Chargers. Herbert's a pretty good player.
Because they gave him easy throws in the first year.
Right.
I mean, Josh Allen was god-awful. The Buffalo didn't do that in the first couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
And Allen was terrible.
For like 3 seasons, right?
At least 2 years.
2 years. He was terrible.
And then when they actually started designing an offense around him, he became a really great quarterback.
He's fantastic now.
So
Buffalo could... I think they're going to go all the way down to the Super Bowl again. They probably will get there again.
They're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
They're really good.
They're the best team in football. I know the Eagles, but I think Buffalo would beat Philadelphia. IMO. Unless Buffalo's just cursed. I mean, which is possible. I mean, they did lose 4 Super Bowls in a row.
But they need to do the same thing with Mac. And
yes, you've got to design an offense around his skill set.
They can't waste the first round pick. He was so good last year.
I know. Look, if you're not going to do that, then fine, just start Zappy, because clearly you don't want there's something you're angry at him or something. I don't know.
Maybe they're angry at him because he didn't want to take surgery or something. I don't know.
It sounds like they're pissed at him because he doesn't like the offensive changes, and I wouldn't like him either.
I don't blame him, honestly.
I mean,
the changes are stupid.
Then he watches his backup going, and his backup gets his old offense from last year. It just makes no sense.
I'd be pissed too if I was him.
It makes no sense. So Mac's starting. He's got to start. Even if he throws 25 interceptions, you can't take him out of the game.
I know, they can't do that.
He's got to play the whole game.
I don't understand that decision.
You are ruining a quarterback by doing that. And then you sit there and you had the audacity to tell them at halftime you're going to rotate the quarterback still?
Yeah,
and then you didn't.
Come on.
So why'd you tell that? I think your battery's low.
It is low, so hurry up and finish.
Whatever. Patriots got to win this game. Period. Or they're in a lot of trouble.
They can't be dropping more AFC
Ain't a gimme. Jets are a solid team outside of quarterback. So, execute. And get some rhythm on offense. And Bailey, punt properly. Take your foot out of your ass and find it, please. Because right now you're the worst punter in football.
Yeah, he is. Pretty bad.
And you're a Pro Bowl level player. No excuse. So, hopefully we'll get this W. And we'll be back for the recap. We got to charge our battery. So, this is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see ya.